Hey friends, welcome to Functional Medicine for Moms, where we take root cause approach to fertility, pregnancy, postpartum, and raising healthy families. I'm your host, Dr. Kelly Moline, a pharmacist and functional medicine consultant. Whether you're preparing for pregnancy, trying to conceive, navigating life with a newborn, or simply looking for practical ways to support your health naturally, you're in the right place. Each week, we'll dive into functional medicine, natural solutions, and honest conversations from our own family's journey, plus interviews with experts along the way. Let's get into it. Can you touch your mic?
Boom.
Perfect. Okay. We're live, kind of. All right. Welcome back to our podcast, Functional Medicine for Moms. Today I have my friend Abby here with us instead of Landon. Landon's busy, and I'm even more excited to have Abby for this conversation because we're talking all about summer travel with moms and babies. So she is very experienced, having 3 kids of her own and doing a lot of traveling. And I have had Abby on the podcast previously, if you remember our psychologist episode. So welcome back, Abby.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, we're going from podcast guest to friend, and then now we're coming back.
Yeah.
So
it's a full circle moment.
Yep.
Yeah, people ask how we met. I'm like, oh, do you remember when she was on my podcast? It was that.
Yep. When you have kids that are little, you can bond over just the most random experiences. So it's fun.
Yeah. We both have pretty new businesses and both have babies, both in the same general area, both crunchy moms.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm excited.
So yeah, today I think we're just going to go back and forth with our summer travel tips. Some of these can be, I would say, some more to summer and some more just travel tips in general. Car, plane, all the things. In July, we're going to be traveling to Minnesota by car. So that's about a 15-hour drive, and we're going to have Danielle, so our toddler, and then 2 dogs in the car. And we've done lots of plane rides in Danielle's life too. So yeah. And I know you guys have traveled a ton.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, we were an active duty military family up until about a year ago almost. And so having family in Texas and then being all on the East Coast, I basically had no choice but to come and travel here. And so we're a huge aviation family as well. And so with my dad being a pilot, we definitely took advantage of the standby passes that we were offered. And so by, gosh, my oldest, who now is almost 5, by his first year of life, he was probably been on about 36 flights.
Wow.
And so we are pros at this point. Anytime I'm in the area or like the vicinity of an airport, he's like, Mom, we really should get on a flight. And I'll call my mom up and I'll be like, hey, can you just go on like a half-hour flight to Houston or something and back with him? Because it's like his own little 4-year-old addiction at this point, just going and traveling and being on an airplane.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it's fun.
So he's going to be a pilot too when he grows up?
Oh my gosh, yeah, probably 4th generation pilot.
Wow.
Yeah, he has his own simulator. He is ready. He gets the travel bug all the time. He's been asking to go to Disney World for, I don't know, probably a year now. And so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
So he might be an easy traveler. Are all your kids easy travelers?
I would say because we prepare, that's kind of the best. I think the biggest thing, if we want to jump right into tips, it's managing expectations. I think at first as a mom, I mean, I probably lost sleep over, okay, what am I going to do when I'm going through security? What am I going to do if they have a meltdown on the flight? What am I going to do if, we have an accident or something like that? Because we have been on flights basically through every phase of their life. I think his first flight, my oldest, was at 3 months, 2-3 months around there. And now with him being almost 5, we have done like potty training on a flight and all of that, especially with multiple kids. Oh my gosh. And I've done a lot of it solo as well. I think that I've only been on 2 airplane rides with the entire family with my husband including. So a lot of it's been just me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Super mom.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yeah. Managing the expectations, knowing that, you know what, there might be a meltdown. And if I am not regulating myself and knowing that that's a possibility, then I am going to actually just stress my child out more.
Sure.
And also recognizing that, like, I've heard a crying kid on a flight. Sat next to a crying kid on a flight that wasn't mine. And I wasn't really all that bothered.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, in my opinion, it's the mom that's more bothered than anyone else. So it's that parent. So managing the expectations, remembering that it's us that's more bothered than them. Also, when it comes to things like schedules, if we cannot control the flights or the timing, you know what? Oh well. Maybe they'll get a nap, maybe they won't, but we have to really be as flexible as possible with it. And so not like forcing it or anything like that. It's a huge one, and sometimes I really do kind of rely on the screen time because they knew gosh, at I think 15 months, that's when I got a tablet for like a 2-hour flight. If it's 45 minutes, if it's an hour, we can easily entertain ourselves. No problem. But once it became two kids to one parent, I started going, oh crud, I should probably have something on hand. So they have a tablet that they know that they only get on airplanes. And so if they maybe that's why they want to travel so bad, because they know that a long airplane ride they'll get a tablet.
Yeah.
But it really is only a low stim movie, and we also get like special activities for them or activities that they may not have seen in a while. So
Sure.
it's actually interesting.
Sure. I like it. So managing expectations. And then you said kind of like the napping whenever the schedules,
Yeah,
right?
like the flexibility.
Yeah.
Especially because a new place is so exciting. Just
Yeah.
a hotel room where we're going, oh my gosh, I'm so exhausted. I just want to fall asleep. They're over here like, oh my gosh, you're kidding. I get to sleep in this crib now. How exciting. And it really can throw them off. So trying to add some buffer in there.
Perfect. That was going to be my big tip, is like adding a lot of buffer time because, you know, they say go to the plane 2 hours before your flight, right? That's like the general rule. And I've always, you know, when it's just me and Landon or just me, I go and I'm like, okay, I get through the gates at DFW and it takes like 10, 15 minutes because DFW is so fast. And now I'm at my gate. I go get food, I go get a coffee, and I'm just like chilling for an hour and a half. And then with a baby, especially who's like nursing and all of that, it takes so much more time to get through the security. If you're needing to have extra time for like getting milk passed through the TSA, all your stuff, and, you know, getting her in and out of, you know, a carrier or a stroller and doing diaper changes, finding time to nurse, if you want to go to like the lactation room, all of that. And then when I've went solo, just like going to go pump in the lactation room, figuring out where that is, it all just takes more time. So making sure we have a good buffer so we're not stressed, like you're saying.
100%. And usually now in an airport, there will be a few children's play areas. And so remembering that even though an airport can be seen as a stressful place for us, it's kind of a place of whimsy for kids because there's all these things that they don't know about. So when we're adding that buffer time, arriving 2 hours before boarding, maybe, I don't know, maybe an hour, 2 hours if you want to add food and all of that fun stuff in there. But it'll help kind of manage the kids' excitement. They'll get some of that extra energy out at the kids' play area. I know that at DFW, like in Terminal A, American Airlines has kind of taken over. And so when we flew last time on American, we saw that there was a whole play area. So we just let the kids go play, have fun, and we kind of relaxed and kind of maybe gave each parent a rundown of how we wanted it to go. Or I was able to reorganize the snacks or something like that, just to make sure that I knew that I was not going to absolutely lose my ever-loving mind on the airplane. So, yeah, I would say that was probably hugely beneficial.
Hey, friend, real quick before we get back to today's episode, if you're hoping to conceive within the next year, currently trying to get pregnant, or wondering if there's more you can be doing to support your fertility, I created something specifically for you. My new Preparing for Pregnancy Guide is a comprehensive resource that walks through the foundations of fertility and preconception health from a functional medicine perspective. We cover nutrition, blood sugar balance, sleep, stress and nervous system support, gut health, supplements, ovulation tracking, male fertility, fertility testing, and even considerations for IUI and IVF. I created this guide because so many couples are told to just keep trying and wait when there are often practical steps you can take right now to support your health and fertility. Whether you've been trying for a few months, are planning ahead, or simply want to feel more prepared before pregnancy, this guide will help you create a clear plan and understand where to focus your efforts. You can find it at molinmethod.com/fertility. And because you're a listener of the podcast, you can use the code podcast25 to save $25 at checkout. All right, let's get back to today's episode.
So, I know that even though it's about 6 months away, but in December, if anyone, I'm not going to say, somebody is gifting a trip to the place that my kids want to go right before Christmas. I don't know if I will be listening to this with my kids in the room. So there will be a trip happening at some point that is a surprise prior to Christmas. And so I'm already planning to arrive 2 hours early and feed my kids, because I know that I want that specific plane ride to be during she'll be about 14 months old, 15 months old.
Your youngest?
Yeah, my youngest's nap time, because I'm expecting her to still be nursing around that time. So we'll nurse her to sleep on the plane, which will be really helpful for her ears. And then we will give my 2 older ones some newer toys. And because we're a family of 5, we can't fit in the row of 3. So it'll probably be me and my oldest, while having my lap child and then my husband and my middle in another row, either in front or next to us. And so we'll kind of be tag teaming it. But yeah, I think that we're going to get some new toys, snacks, brand new snacks. I don't know why, but if they're shaped as something, the kids will go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So getting that, the little, new just toys, it's okay if we lose them type, and then having a movie on there, because I think it's about a 3-hour flight, then I'm pretty sure we will be good. But I'm definitely planning extra time to feed them lunch and make sure that all the excitement of going to an airport has kind of died down before we get onto the airplane.
Yes. That was my thing too. A lot of snacks, a lot of different types of snacks. I like the idea of new snacks because they're always more interesting for whatever reason. And I've tried to bring like new toys, and Danielle's never really cared. I think she cares a little bit more now about toys, but throughout that like 9 and 10 month mark, she still didn't really care a lot. So she liked the fidget spinner on the plane window. That was a win for sure. But yeah, honestly, like I think less is more for bringing stuff with sometimes, where like the stuff around them entertains them so much. Like even the pamphlets in the plane, she would take that out and put it back in. I'm not kidding, for an hour. Like that was the activity. I'm like, well, whatever works.
That is awesome.
So yeah, and she sometimes, especially when she was younger, she would nap on the plane, but now it's just like so overstimulating. And it's really helpful to have like Landon there because she can go back and forth between us. But doing it by herself, man, that would be hard because there's nowhere for her to go.
I would say it was almost easier at some point by myself, and I'll say that at church too sometimes, because my kids almost know that I'm outnumbered. And so my oldest, which is just, he is like the morality police. And so if he is with his siblings, he will make sure that everything is done right. So he will totally be my easiest child, and he will be my second parent for me. So if I am traveling and if it's all three of them, he will tell his younger brother where exactly he needs to sit. He will tell him how he needs to be buckled, and his younger brother absolutely adores him. So it kind of works out that way. When we're talking about planes specifically, something that my husband and I, when we did travel together, figured that we would do is my husband would go and he would take our umbrella stroller or any sort of carry-on luggage that we had, if we had seats already kind of picked out for us, and he would go reserve those seats because they call it families first when boarding. And then I did not board with the kids until the very last minute.
Sure.
So when they call for final boarding and when everybody's already seated, that is when I will go into the plane, because essentially we are taking off about half an hour of plane time.
Yeah.
And so it was so much easier for them to just walk down the jet bridge and onto the plane and into their seat immediately rather than waiting. And because I have a 4-year-old and because I have a 2-year-old, there's zero filter. And so they don't need to be asking inappropriate questions about passengers or t-shirts or hats or anything like that, because I mean, they will loudly ask anything. Why does she have a ponytail? And I was like, no, because you it's like, buddy, she has a ponytail because that's why she wants her hair that way.
Yeah.
And stuff. And so I was like, oh, they're already bored at the beginning. And so yeah, boarding last, so helpful.
Give them more time to like run around and be on their feet rather than contained in one spot.
Yeah. And when I know that it's a particularly long flight, because I've had to do a full, 2 flights from Virginia to California and back, including a red eye, I would get these little $5 Starbucks gift cards with a few chocolates or just something in a bag. And I've had to do those flights alone. And so I'll just kind of put on a little note, flying alone with 2 kids, one is potty trained, please go easy on us, or something like that. And usually the flight attendants will remember your seat and they will know, and they will check in on you a lot more.
Aww.
And because they're being checked on, like my kids, they kind of think that it's something fun. They think that they're special in some sort of way. And it really helped because I've had to take a 3-year-old to the bathroom when my 15-month-old had to be held or something like that. And they would allow us to go into the galley and just kind of walk around for a second. And if they needed their feet stretched, awesome, cool. If they wanted more water, no biggie. Let's just go walk to the galley and get up and stretch our legs. When you make it known, the flight crew will work with you.
Maybe that's the benefit of being on the inside. You know the flight crew and what they can do.
Right? Honestly, just $5 gift card if you're on a smaller plane, like just for a 30, 45-minute flight. There's usually only like 2 or 3 flight crew, but I don't know, with something like a 737, there's like 4 or 5. And so I was like, $30 extra dollars for extra peace of mind is so much more beneficial than stressing when getting there. And then it just, I don't know, it just adds a little bit of something special, and the flight crew's just in a better mood.
Yeah.
So
I love it. Let's try to transition to car rides. Mm-hmm. Have you done a lot of road trips with your kids?
We will do a few hours, and I would say that those probably bring me more anxiety just because of the timeline. So I feel like I have to plan more for those, even though my kids have been fairly easy the entire time. And so maybe I'm just an over planner in that way, but I will just bring an abundance of snacks.
Snacks are key.
Snacks are key. And even if it's just a stop for a small drink, I will take advantage of a Chick-fil-A play place any day. Absolutely. Just for an hour. So I think that's when the huge amount of buffer time. If you're going on a 10-hour road trip, I usually will add an extra 5 hours in there.
Oh, for sure.
And I mean, that's an estimate, but just because you never know, especially with young kids, the biggest tip I would have is to bring a like small portable potty in a way, because if you are, it's always when you are driving in the most inconvenient spots that a child will tell you that they need to go potty. And so I have a little portable potty. I think I did one when we were at the park
Yes.
one time. It was so helpful. And so, like, plastic bag, I take a diaper as well and put it under there. And if you can't find a restroom or anywhere safe to stop, so much better. So you just pull over and you can kind of take care of it there. So helpful.
Nice. Yeah, Danielle, obviously we're not quite at the potty training yet. So at least it'll be easy in that sense. And we're going to try to make it in a couple days rather than doing like 15 hours straight through. Because even 15 hours straight through, you still have to stop for food and bathroom and water and that kind of stuff. So it takes time, and we have dogs. But I think our plan is like we'll do our morning routine, we'll have lunch, and she normally does nap time right after lunch. So that's when I want to be like, okay, let's go on the road. So then we have a good half day on the road already, and she can do hopefully a 2-hour nap in the car, and then we can go find a park, go find a play place as well, get some food, and then hopefully do dinner and stretch our legs, and then go as long as we can through the night until Landon gets too tired. Or I'll probably try and call and see like what hotel can take dogs, and if they have a pack and play or whatever, she'll just be in the king bed with us, and we'll just make it work for a night. And then the next day, get on the road, do it again without having like a strict timeline.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. And it seems like it sounds a lot easier, but there's always those unexpected twists and turns. And so just stressing that flexibility, it is so key.
Yeah. And she does pretty well in the car 95% of the time. And then, you know, when she's done, she's just kind of done. And so, you know, when we go places throughout the day, it's usually by like the third or fourth time she's getting put in the car seat, and she's like, this is enough. I'm like, I feel you, girl.
Yeah.
So then we need to do something else for a little bit, or regulate or whatever.
Yeah. Everything we try to buffer with the word treat or surprise. And so usually I will not tell the kids that I have activities or that I have snacks. And so we have our high value snacks, which can be something like a Chomps meat stick, or just something that I know that they definitely love. Even if it's not very filling, it's still just kind of sensory. And so I won't tell them that I have the tablets. I try to see just how long we'll be able to make it. And so sometimes it can be like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then other times it's within 30 minutes that we need to whip something out. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. We're just going to be flexible with it. Okay, cool. And then I will usually put on a movie and not let them choose, because if I give them more options, then it's like they're flipping back and forth at all times. And so with the tablets that they have, I can kind of lock the screen.
Oh, sure.
And so whether or not they know how to unlock it, that's another story, but they are so smart. But I'll lock the screen, give it to them, see how long that'll last. And then we will try to keep meal times at the regular scheduled times.
Yeah.
But sometimes they just need a little bit of free range roaming. And so some gas stations will have dog parks, and I know that they're not overutilized. And so sometimes I'll be like, all right, guys, we're pushing the kids in the dog park. Let's go. We'll kick a ball, something like that. That'll hopefully, get some sort of energy released.
Yeah. And just kind of surviving until we get there.
Exactly. Yep.
If you're trying to conceive and looking for a natural way to better understand your cycle, I personally love and use the Keg Fertility Tracker. It's actually what I use while trying to conceive Danielle. Keg is a medical-grade fertility tracking device that gives personalized fertility tracking through cervical fluid patterns in just 1 minute a day. Unlike ovulation strips that only predict a hormone surge, Keg helps identify your fertile window in real time. A few things I personally love about it: it's a one-time purchase with no monthly subscription fees or ovulation tests. It comes with a 12-month pregnancy guarantee or your money back, and you can use HSA or FSA funds to purchase it. If you want to check it out, you can use my code Functional Medicine for Moms for $20 off, and I'll have the link down in the show notes. Again, that's Functional Medicine for Moms for an additional $20 off the Keg Fertility Tracker. And we can wrap it up with this episode. So, any last minute tips that you can think of?
For parents specifically, get yourself some extra snacks that you enjoy
you go.
as well. Yeah, I know that we're talking a lot about what the kids need, but we need something to look forward to. So yeah, give yourself some extra love in there.
Love it. Yeah, I was thinking too with like how you were first talking about routines and all of that and your schedule. If you're able to, obviously, like when we're at home, we're keeping a schedule, but then staying flexible with that schedule when we're out. And, you know, we may not have the same exact bedtime, and we may not have the same exact nap times. And if we nap, it's a win. And if it doesn't happen, you know, we're moving on and we'll survive. And then it's vacation, it's traveling, and then we'll get back and we'll get back to it.
Yeah. And it's only a few days.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's only a few days. And so there is an end in sight.
And it's for the lifetime memories.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. I think that is it. Thanks so much for listening to my podcast, Functional Medicine for Moms. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss one, leave a quick 5-star review, and share it with your mom friends who love it too. I'm Kelly with a background as a pharmacist and training in functional medicine. I help women move past fatigue, brain fog, gut issues, and hormone struggles so they can thrive in everyday life or prepare for a healthy pregnancy. Through lab testing, personalized supplements, and functional medicine coaching, I help you feel better, faster, naturally. Want to connect more? Head over to MolineMethod.com or come hang out with me on Instagram and YouTube at Functional Medicine for Moms. On my site, you can order professional grade supplements at my discount or book a free discovery call if you'd like to see how we can work together on your health. This podcast is for educational purposes only and not medical advice. Always talk to your provider before making changes to your health plan. And remember, healthy moms raise healthy families. Catch you next time. New episodes released every Wednesday.